Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel, and as I have already explained you the Fayol's principle of management, the four parts already explained. Today chapter 2, the principle of management, Fayol's this like four parts again, no 5 parts in this class I am going to discuss. Already I have explained 4, now I will explain another 5 parts, okay? And the parts are, as you can see I have written it down here, unity of direction, okay? Subordination of individual interest to general interest, fair remuneration, centralization and decentralization, scalar chain. In scalar chain there is gang plan, a part which is going to be a very important part. Please, today's video is very important for the people who are students who are preparing for 12th grade examination of commerce. So be very alert and conscious while I am explaining all these parts, because these principles are very much common in examinations. So let's start, okay? Unity of direction. What do you mean by direction? Unity means togetherness and direction means to show a way, right? That is the meaning. So what can it be? Right, what happens here is unity of commandments. One superior was there and he guides all the subordinates to work accordingly. Same is unity of direction, with little bit difference here is that in unity of direction, one head and one plan with common goals. Suppose I am saying a goal of an organization is to produce good at minimum cost with optimum utilization of resources, okay, within a week, and the finished goods should be produced within a week with minimum cost, optimum utilization of resources. Now, as this goal is common, so there will be different departments, right, who will go through the procedure. In that different departments, there should be one head, okay. He is the one going to provide direction to all the other parts, departments, which will have the same goal, and the goal was to produce finished goods within a week, okay, within 1 week, right? And what is to be ensured while you are in the operation? Insurance is to, what was it, like in a week minimum cost, that means cost should be reduced with optimum utilization of resources. That means there should be limited scrap. I have explained once, right, what is scrap. That means your wastage should be limited, okay, and within 1 week. I am giving this as an example. So what is the goal? Goal is common, and one head will be there who will be the CEO, or you can say the you can say CEO, or I would say the top level management people, top notch people who actually will provide the same policy and the guidelines to each and every department so that they can achieve this goal. Okay, so this is what is unity of direction. That means common interest, common goal. Same comes with, so here it is written, why do you apply this unity of direction? It can help in reducing the wastage, like I have said, optimum utilization of resources, right? And then over expenditure, minimum cost, which I have explained in and with the help of an example now. It is written here, useless competition in the same organization. If one head is there, department will not have different goals and they will not mess it up. Only one goal. So policies will be provided accordingly, and the work, time frame, everything will be provided by one head, that is a top-notch, top management people. So that way at least the confusion will be less and your authority is limited by given to the heads of the other departments. That way messing around with the goals will not be there. You got it now? Now the second part is subordination of individual interest to general interest. What do you mean by individual interest? That means single interest, right? What do you mean by general interest? That means common interest. So here the goal is subordination. That means it should be a combination from individual interest, a shift from individual interest to general interest. Suppose I am giving an example here. One person actually in a department says that he want to work for only 5 hours and complete the task. Okay. Now the other individuals, all the members in a team says that it is not going to be possible to complete a task in 5 hours. If we do that, the optimum utilization of resources, or you can say the outcome and the productivity of your work that you are doing will be not excellent. That means not effective. So when you, what do you mean by productivity? That means that I am working as an HR. My productivity is to provide excellent, good, skilled employees, right? So if I am not able to do that part, will the organization work properly? Because skillful people are required in an organization, right? So my work is to hire skillful people. So that work, if I say that I will be doing it in 5 hours and I will find a good man in employed in 5 hours, okay, candidate. Now my other members are saying that no, it is not possible. If we do that, if we rush, then possibility is we will not get the best candidates. We should give more time so that we can connect with more candidates and understand which one will be the best candidate. You got the difference now? So common interest is, general interest is what? That we will hire candidates with a time frame of, suppose saying 1 week we need. We will get the interviews with the candidates. We will schedule the interviews and we will actually have good conversation, one-to-one round with the candidates so that we can understand which one is the best. But I say as an individual interest, my individual goal is only 5 hours. So which one do you think is the best as a common interest goal? General interest, right? So that is what I am giving you an example. You can take a lot of other examples in life as well to understand subordination of individual interest to general interest. That means an individual interest can be a selfish way to only conduct what you want. But in management, I have explained you previously, it all actually works out when you are a team. You are coordinating and combining together to give your output and the productivity, right? So that's why general interest is more important than individual. If all the others, you as a decision maker of a company have to understand that we want overall common views and opinions of employees as a team, not as individual. Individual, maybe he is the superior or maybe the subordinate, it can clash. But if it is a common goal, it will be more beneficial to actually say it's not majority wins the vote, right? So majority is something that we need to focus on here, okay? And then minority is they have to adjust. I have to adjust as an individual interest to transform myself into adapting into the general interest of hiring candidates, giving chance to more candidates in 1 week so that there is no clash. And also reminding myself that yes, that is also good for the organization. I should not be selfish of only focusing on my individual interest and my convenience. So this is what this principle says. Okay. Now fair remuneration. This is very short and I will keep it short here because I will focus more on the scalar chain. Okay. So fair remuneration means equal remuneration to the candidates. Okay, the right candidate, the right employee who is working hard and who actually should be provided the salary as per his productivity should not be taken for granted, which means that fair remuneration should be provided to him. Suppose I am saying I hired 10 candidates, okay, and they are excellent candidates. Now my colleague has hired only 5 candidates, okay, but my colleague is from the locality. I am from a different state or you can say different country. So they are actually showing a discrimination by only prioritizing their community peoples and leaving me behind. So will I be happy? But I am an excellent employee who actually gives good productivity. Okay, I am hiring excellent candidates also. So I should be prioritized, right? Your qualification, your skills, your experience and your productivity should be what a organization need to focus on, rather than showing discrimination in terms of gender, race. Okay, you got it right. So this caste, creed, all other comes here. Okay, so fair remuneration means providing fair remuneration equally to each and every employee who are showing productivity and who are in the same level. Okay, now centralization and decentralization. Centralization, what do you mean by? I am just giving you a diagram here. You can also write it down while you are giving examination. This is centralization and this is decentralization. You have to write the full here, okay? Full sentence. That in centralization, it is like no delegation of authority. What do you mean by delegation? I have explained once. Remember, delegation means to provide a authority to the subordinates to take the decision about a certain scenario, or you can say task. You are giving the authority to your subordinate. I am the manager. I am giving the authority. That means I am delegating my authority to my subordinate to find excellent candidates for me. I am just going to do one-on-one interview round, but the sourcing I am giving it to the subordinates. I am delegating some of my responsibility. That is called delegation, but here no authority. Centralization means not providing any authority or the decision-making abilities to your subordinates. That means top management people. I remember I once actually showed you a diagram and said that this is the top management, middle and lower level, right? Top management will in centralization take the decision, make the policies, give the task, allot the task accordingly to the head of the departments, who will take forward and conduct the operational activities. Okay? Now, decentralization means you are giving partially your responsibilities, that is delegating the authority to your subordinates. That means a top management has given the authority to the middle management and middle management to the lower level management to take their decision accordingly. I am the CEO, okay, and there are some directors and a board of managers. We all are taking decision, and we say that we want the HR department to hire 14 candidates for us, and this is the time frame and this is the criteria. We are setting the job skills, we are giving the time frame, we are just giving them the order to only hire. Not other any decisions are provided to them or delegated, which means this is centralization. Now another example of decentralization is I am the top manager CEO. We have 4 teams here, the directors and all. We have decided to delegate this decision making process of hiring candidates to the middle management where HRs are there. We have said that HRs do one thing, find out candidates which you think will be suitable for the job vacancies that we have now. What are the skills required? Please talk to the department team members. Suppose IT company team members will know better, right? I have given the authority to the HR manager and said that go and talk to the team leads and find out what kind of skills they need for the candidates as in IT department. Now IT department is also taking the decision, and they are equally contributing to each other by finding out what will be the job description, skills required, and what kind of candidates should be hired. I am also not going to hire. I am just giving them the authority to hire the candidates. I will pay the salary. You need to do is find out the best candidate. You take the decision what kind of candidates and what experience you need, along with discussing with the team leads. You got the point now? This is known as decentralization. Okay? Now I think you people are clear. So this principle says that there should be a combination of centralization and decentralization process according to the scenarios. Okay? Scenario means that I am saying, I know what exactly skills are required, what kind of job descriptions I need to provide to hire some managers in my team, then okay, I can take the decision by myself and I will just order the subordinates to do the needful. But in some scenarios like in IT department, I am saying that I just operating an company, but I do not have the overall idea about what kind of skills a team leads need in an IT department, in IT company. So will I be taking the decision of what jobs description should be, what skills should be needed? No, right? In that scenario, I should decentralize the process by giving it the authority, delegating it to what? To the middle management and to the lower level management. In the operational function, heads, operational function, that means operation, service, whether it be IT department or maybe in production, like where we need finished good and what kind of skills that we need while we need to do the operation, whether it be a service or it be a production. Okay. In that way, we should understand where we should be centralized and where we should be decentralized to provide an environment where we need to understand that we have some outcome. For those outcome, whether I as the board of the manager suitable or not. If I think my subordinates are more suitable to understand their needs, then I will delegate. If I think I am more suitable to take the decision, then I will take it. This is a fair game and a combination of centralization and decentralization, which is focused here by Fayol. Fayol says that there should be a combination of both. Okay. Now comes the scalar chain. Okay, let me wrap it up here. In scalar chain, I am going to discuss it very properly, because it is very important. It comes because when I gave an examination 7-8 years back, I still remember scalar chain and gangplank. This came in the exam. So I am going to focus on this more, and please be very conscious while you hear it out from me while I am explaining scalar chain. Scalar chain means that that superior ranging from top to bottom. Okay, that means this is the top, this is the bottom level, lowest level, that means. Okay, so see here what happens is in top management, board of director, and then comes the HR and lead, team leads and all, and then come the operational peoples here. Okay, so superior means the top management. Each and every management have their superiors and they become subordinates also, right? Not getting it? Okay, let me explain you. This means that in this process, okay, let me draw it out for you. A, B, E, C, D, F and G. So what happens here, that one superior is ordering the another superior to his subordinate, and then this is a superior for this, C. B is superior for C, C is superior for D. Okay, but you have to understand that C is also a subordinate of B and B is a subordinate of A. That means this is a process where top managers provide their decisions and their policies and all that decision, or maybe you can say any plan, to the middle management. B, middle management provided to C, that is also middle management, and to D, which is the lower level management, who will exactly do the functioning, operational work. Okay, now you are getting it. That means that this is a communication process where it takes time, because from A to B, B to C, C to D it comes, and if D has some problem, he cannot directly go to A. He will operational head, functioning the services people will be the operational associate will talk to the HR, or you can say the team lead. team lead will talk to the other, like I would say manager, and the manager will talk to the board of the director if there is any changes or problems that we need to change it. If there is any problem, suppose I am saying in a operation service, that means I would say in banking sector, I am the operational associate. I deal directly with the customers. Okay, I was actually. So I deal with the customers. So there were some problems with that when customer says that my transactions had some like some unwanted like unauthorized, sorry, not unwanted, unauthorized transactions were there, which is not done by me. My now opinion is that I have to ensure that whether it is correct or not. Fraudulent activity happened. Now as an operational associate, I will talk to the team lead, and then team lead says that no, it is not in my hand. So will I be talking to the manager? No. I have already transferred that problem to the team lead. Team lead will talk to the manager, and if manager cannot do the needful, then it will go to the board of the director. There is some fraudulent activity happening in a customer's transaction, and we need to do the needful so that this kind of activity is not happen, because it is a breach of, I would say, privacy, right? So and it is also illegal, right? So we have to take care of the suspicious activity if the opposite customer has said that the transaction is not done by me, right? So as a operational assistant, whatever authority I have, I can only do that needful. Apart from that, it will be going from B to A, not directly from one to another, one to another, one to another. This is called scalar chain. You got it now? Apart from that, function of scalar chain is to determine the line of authority, which means top to bottom, bottom to top. Okay? Now it comes that as a chain of command. That means one is the head who will take the responsibility and who will make the decision finally. Others will only proceed. In the banking service, I am the one that can only proceed, and that is the limited task provided to me. Not I can go beyond that. For beyond that, I have to talk to the lead, they will talk to the manager, and then to the top level management to make the changes if required. Okay? Now, as a chain of communication, I have said chain of communication means one to another, and then it goes on. Okay? Now, gangplank. Gangplank means the concept allows two employees at the same level to communicate, which means that I am the operational associate. I had faced some issues regarding the customer transaction process. I will talk to another person who is of the same level. That means there can be, when I was working in the banking sector in the US process, I was in operation, but there were also people who work in fraudulent, direct fraudulent cases. They are also in operation team, but they directly take the cases of fraudulent. So basically, in that case, what happens is, if I am in the operational associate and I am not able to find out what kind of fraudulent activity is happening in the transactions, and I am not able to take any decisions, I can also communicate directly to the fraudulent department here to ensure if exactly whatever the customer has said, whether it has some valid point or not. I can directly talk. This was there in my organization. I am giving live examples here from my experience. I am not bluffing here. So what it is, this is gangplank. That means you can directly talk as a D to G, operation to operation, but fraudulent department. You can get an idea, right, if you can solve it out. If the things are not solving, then it goes to C. Okay, that means a team lead. And team lead can also directly talk to the IT department to ensure if these transactions are from where it is happening, how it is happening. And maybe in IT you can also take the help of, like if you can block the account, okay, directly. That can already be done, that access was already been given to the TLs only. Then they can directly talk to the IT departments. If this is not happening, then to the managers. Okay, so this is known as gangplank, where scalar chain says that communication will be from one to another, top management, middle level management, lower level management. In that process, communication can take time. Like I am an operation associate in banking sector. If there is any fraudulent activity, I have to talk to my TL, then TL will talk to the manager, and then the top management. It may take a lot of time, and it can also create an environment where the fraudulent charges are going on increasing, and we are not able to do anything, and the customer is consistently facing problems. You can say his transactions are continuously going on without his authority, and that way it's very like illegitimate. You cannot do it. Okay, so in the banking sector you have to be very conscious. So your responsibility is, in this case, if the time takes longer, your banking sector can be in problem. They can sue you, the customers, or else you can also have a bad review from the customer that our organization, banking sector, takes time to give services immediately to the customer. In this case, this principle, if it doesn't work, the scalar chain, here scalar chain has a part which Fayol says that gangplanks make the scalar chain easy. You got it now? Scalar chain says that unity of command, unity of direction, or unity of communication, where it takes a lengthy process. To shorten the process, you can do is directly talk to your level peoples to solve the problem. There is a option given. You got it now? I hope you got this point. I cleared it out with good examples, live example that I have faced. So here Fayol says that communication is required to flow through this chain at the same level in gangplank, in the hierarchy. Okay, this helps in avoiding delay. See, he has said the same thing, which enables two subordinates or two employees at the same level communicate directly and find out the solution if there is any possibilities, which will actually reduce the delay. Accordingly, you have to do the needful as per the scenario. So I have already explained principle of management means that as per the scenario in management, you have to implement principle. Now you got what principle of management I have explained. Nature was dynamic, then it was like it is about thinking ability and actions. So these natures come under why in principle of management, which says that with the help of scenario in management, you have to implement principles. That's why you need to know each and every principle properly to understand in which scenario, what policy and principle you need to implement. Well, I hope you like my video because I have explained a lot about the principles, and I think from my side I have given my best, and I think you will understand it very properly as I have given example. In exam, if gangplank comes, please draw this. Okay. And even you can also draw top level, middle level, lower level management in scalar chain as well to explain it properly. It is very important because it will come for sure. 90% of the time this kind of things comes in principle of management, it will come only in exam. So, well, if there is any problem, you can comment me down and I will do the needful. Apart from that, now I will also explain you the other 5 parts that is left in principle of management today itself, but I will make a separate class so that you will be able to easily access those classes as per the contents you need. Suppose I am saying you need only this contents. You do not have to go through the entire video of 50 minutes or 60 minutes where I will explain the other parts as well. That's why I have decided to divide the classes so that, and I will also write it down in description from this time, that these are the contents I am providing in this particular video, which will help you to understand that which video you should watch properly to get what you require. Okay, so that's why I will explain it in next video. I am going to explain the other 5 parts Please support me. I am working very hard to give you all the information that is required in business studies for free. So do not forget to like, subscribe and share my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye.